Today we're going to talk about the 4 great vows and their connection to the 4 noble truths and the 3 principal paths. When we're going through hard times, what carries us through it all is the Bodhisattva's 4 great vows. Let's look at the first version of the 4 great vows. Number 1, living beings are countless. I vow to save them all. A lot of us, we're going through some kind of suffering. Some people, they have money, but they might not be healthy. Some people are healthy, but have broken family. The nature of our samsara life is full of sufferings. We want to help them get out of the 6th round of reincarnation and reach Buddhahood. That should be our vow. There was a master, he brought his little monk on a small trip. The master was walking in the front and the little monk was walking in the back carrying the luggage. The little monk in the back, he started having wandering thoughts and he was thinking, I want to be a Buddha and I want to save all the sentient beings from this suffering. His master and self-enlightened arhat can read people's mind. So he heard the little monk's vows and then he told the little monk, why don't you walk in front of me and give me the luggage, I will carry it. So the little monk didn't know why, but he just followed the instruction. When he was walking in the front, he started having wandering thoughts again. He was thinking, that becoming a Buddha, trying to help others is very difficult. People are very stubborn and they don't listen to you. You have to sacrifice your life for them. Maybe I should just forget it. I'll just become an arhat, be self-enlightened and get out the 6 rounds myself first. So he had changed his mind. His master heard it, so he told the little monk, hey little monk, here's the luggage, you carry it and walk in the back. So this went back and forth 3 times. Finally, the little monk asked the master, dear master, how come we keep switching places? The master said, when you were having great vows of becoming a Buddha to save all sentient beings, you become very powerful like a Buddha, so you are better than me. But when you change your mind and wanted to be an arhat, then you're lesser than me because I'm already an enlightened arhat, so you have to walk in the back. Just our thoughts make us become a bodhisattva. So have these great vows as much as you can, then you become as strong as a Buddha. The second is delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to eliminate them all. Delusion is the cause of our sufferings. So you gotta be able to control your greed, anger, and ignorance. If you don't even have power to control your own delusions, how are you going to have power to save other people? Just like if you don't know how to swim, how are you going to save a person from drowning? You have to have the ability. You have to have virtue and merit in order to be a real bodhisattva. So your vow is to change yourself, to change your unwholesome thoughts and your ways and have a lot of merits. The third one is Dharma doors are innumerable. I vow to learn them all. Dharma doors are Buddha's teachings with the 84,000 different Dharma teachings. You want to learn them all. Just like if you want to become a doctor, you need to go to school and study for many, many years in order to become a real physician. If you don't have the ability, how are you going to save people? So you want to vow to learn all the Dharma doors. All Buddha's teaching comes down to 3 aspects of learning. One is morality, or we call it precept. The other is concentration, or meditation, or samadhi. The third is wisdom. So all the cultivation, it falls into these 3 areas of learning. And these 3 areas of learning are the only way to get rid of our delusions and our defilements. So vow to learn everything. If you don't learn everything, how are you going to teach different kinds of people that have different likings? Some people like to meditate. Some people don't like meditation, like to chant Buddha's name. Some people, they just want to listen to the Dharma. So everybody's different. So you got to learn everything in order for you to help all sentient beings. The fourth is the Buddha way is unsurpassable. I vow to attain it. The only way to really save all sentient beings is when you become a Buddha, not for yourself. The faster you can become a Buddha, the faster you relieve their suffering and deliver them to the other shore of Nirvana. Okay, so these 4 vows are based on the 4 noble truths of Buddhism. The first is suffering. That's our effect right now. Defilements causes sufferings and negative karmas. We have to learn the path to end suffering. And at the end, we reach the cessation of suffering. So we try to go from the first 2 to the last 2. This 4 noble truth is why we make the 4 vows. We want to save all sentient beings because all of them are going through suffering. Everybody has a lot of pain. Feel their suffering, then you will have the passion to save them. Why do we need to get rid of our delusions? Because delusions are the causes of suffering. If you don't have anger, you don't have greediness, you don't have ignorance, you won't have suffering. Why are we poor? Because we've been greedy. Why are we having sickness? Because we're always angry. And why do we have natural disasters? Because ignorance. It all has a cause. So get rid of the cause, then you will get rid of the suffering result. Eliminate our delusions and defilements. That's the key. How do we do that? We have to learn the Dharma doors. Our morality, meditation, wisdom, we're able to eliminate our delusions. So that's the path to end suffering. Finally, why do we want to be a Buddha? Because that's the ending of all sufferings. The end result we all want. Everyone reach ultimate nirvana, ultimate happiness without any more suffering. Okay, so that's the 4 noble truths. Now let's look at the second version of the 4 great vows. You will notice that they are different than the first version. The second version is based on what's happening in our own mind. Our own nature is the creator of the universe. So go inward and have these vows. The first one, I vow to save the limitless beings of my own mind. So in theory and in reality, every one of my thought is a living being, because your thought creates living being, create this suffering. So every one of my selfish thought, my angry thought, my greedy thought is a living being that needs to be saved. So you want to save sentient beings, save the thoughts in your mind. So with this, you understand that everything is inward. That way you won't be attached to anyone outside. But if you're attached to the people you're trying to save, you might be very emotional. You see people that are sick, are going through suffering, you'll be crying and you don't know what to do. But if you're detached and know that save your own thoughts is actually saving others, you will be cool, calm, and collected. You will know exactly what to do. So this is a great wisdom. Know to go inside and to save the beings in your own mind. Second, I vow to cut off the infinite delusions of my own mind. So all the delusions is happening inside of our own mind. We have the Buddha nature. That's our original self, our true mind. Our true mind actually doesn't have any delusions. You think naturally my personality is just full of anger, or I'm just very stressed, I'm a very greedy person, that's just who I am. But no, you don't have this delusion to start with. Originally, you're pure and clean without any delusions. So know that for a fact, then that will give you great power when you have this belief. The third vow, I vow to learn the immeasurable Dharma doors of my own mind. All the Dharma teaching, you already have it inside your Buddha nature. This is something you already have. We're already born genius. It's just life de-genius you. You become who you are right now. Mundane person that don't think we can accomplish anything. There was a circus fire, so they opened the cages, let all the animals run out. Oddly enough, all the animals that has been there for more than 3 years, they don't run out. Why is that? Because they've been trained for so long. Every time they try to run, this sharp rope pierces their skin. So they remember every time they try to get out of the cage, it hurts. In their mind, it's already conditioned to think that way. And that's how you are. So free yourself. Know that you're already a Buddha to start with. And you have all the good teaching, all the morality, all the meditation, all the wisdom inside of you. So have confidence. You want to learn them all? It's easy. The last one, I vow to attain the Supreme Buddha way of my own nature. Being a Buddha is being your original self. That's who you are in the beginning. Your Buddha nature never left you. No matter how bad you were, whatever bad things you did, you have always been a Buddha. So being a Buddha is normal. We're just uncovering what has been there all the time. And that's why we practice and we cultivate and want to get back to our true self nature. So the second version is full of wisdom. Wisdom of emptiness. Know that we are empty of delusions. We're complete and abundant and have the Buddha nature. So this is a great wisdom that we need to reside in. And then the Four Noble Truths give us the heart of renunciation. No more reincarnation. This lifetime would be the last lifetime I'm going through these sufferings. No more. This is giving you determination. I don't want any more suffering, life after life after life, and no control over anything. You want to reach Buddhahood, and you can, and you will. So have the heart of renunciation. Lastly, you want to come back to the first version, great compassion. All these things, countless, inexhaustible, innumerable, unsurpassable, everything sounds impossible. But if you have great compassion, you have great wisdom, you have renunciation, everything becomes possible. You can endure whatever's not possible to endure. You can do what others cannot do because you have this great vow. So if every day you recite the 4 great vows, it will give you power. It will carry you through all obstacles in life. And you're definitely on your way to becoming a Buddha. Okay, that's the class for today. Thank you for listening. Omitofo.